Hey, what up, everybody? I have another channel message. Now, the first 10 minutes will be on TikTok, and the rest will be on YouTube. So please come follow, like, and subscribe to the channel, Beautiful Phoenix LLC. If you're into my channel messages or tarot messages, yeah, I would appreciate that. Now, what message I got this morning in a dream? And I had to do some research on this particular person. And it got me to a song that this man sang. He did a rendition of the song. Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah, that song. Wizard of Oz could be significant. All right, so somewhere over the rainbow. Rainbows could be very significant. I talked about rainbows in a previous channel message. So rainbows for me symbolizes the in-between, the astral realm, the spirit realm. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to give you some dates, some numbers. I'm just going to say numbers because they may not be dates for you. They may not be years for you. They may have another significance for you. All right. So it's 1939, 1982, 1956, 1965, 1111, and 911. So with 911, this is an urgent message. Okay. June may be significant. From the 10th to the 22nd. All right. So two other songs that I got was Do You Believe in Magic? And 1997 could be significant. But the 1997 version of Cinderella. So that's with Whitney Houston and Brandy. And that song Impossible. So that may be significance. I feel like this is very spiritual in nature. All right, so your solar plex may be being activated, or you could be healing your solar plex. Yellow could be significant. Now, solar plex represents your confidence, your success, your self-esteem, self-love. So you could be healing that area when it comes to your chakras. Now, I'm going to go to my notes in my laptop, and just please be patient with me. Be patient with your girl. Hold on, what did I do? You know, I be doing too much sometimes. Yeah, I know I didn't. Hold on. Okay, I said I know I didn't click off my email. Now with Wizard of Oz, there's symbolism in everything for me, and maybe for you too. So we're gonna slightly break it down a little bit. Now, spiritually, Oz represents the higher conscious, your inner journey, your soul's journey, and it symbolically, I will say this: as you go along this journey, you will start to see a lot of synchronicities. Not just 777, 1111, 1010. Those, yes, you will see a lot of synchronicities in numbers. But not just that. You will see a lot of symbolic messages. These messages is teaching you certain things as you go along the journey. And they will be different for everybody. So, things people say, signs you see that's plastered, things that's in your feed on social media, things that you feel like you're drawn to. Take those messages. They may resonate later. Okay. Now, Let's go. Let me go back. Now, I just said something about, the symbolism in the movie Wizard of Oz. Everybody has a part. They represent something within yourself. So as you go through this journey, you will run into people. I will say these people are soulmates, not in a romantic sense. Okay. Some people you meet are soulmates in a sense of friendships or people that you was meant to meet along this journey. Your soul was meant to come in contact with these individuals. Now, some of these people will mirror something within you. They are part of your journey to teach you something about yourself. Okay, so the scarecrow in the movie represents the mind. The Tin Man represents the heart. The lion represents the spirit. All right, so you may come past these people or person, whatever. One is going to teach you clarity. One is going to help you heal emotionally. That heart chakra. And when I say clarity, this person, when it comes to the scarecrow, this person will help you be more logical, teach you to be more logical. The Tin Man, that represents the heart. You'll go through some emotional healing when it comes to emotions, your heart space, your heart chakra. The lion, this represents that solar plex that I was just talking about. Is teaching you your power. A person is going to come in and teach you somehow, some way about not only having confidence in yourself, but the power that you behold within you. So self-esteem, self-love. Now, the Wicked Witch represents symbolically the shadow self. Now, people need to understand that we have a dark and light side. You cannot hide your dark side. You need to have a balance with your light and dark, your shadow side. Now, your shadow side is not evil. This could be an unhealed trauma, fear, or wound that you have. Okay, so this is where you do that shadow work, and this is when you do that dark night of the soul healing. Understand, you can't ascend without facing your shadow. So you are going to go through the dark night of the soul, and it's not pretty, because you're looking at yourself, you're seeing yourself, and that's okay, because that's how you heal. When you see certain ways and certain aspects of yourself that okay, yeah, that's not good. I need to change that within me. All right. So the rainbow dream doesn't come without the shadow journey. So understand that you have to go through that dark night of the soul. All right. So let's go here. Now, Glenda represents your higher self, divine guidance. All right. This represents your intuition, your spiritual guides, your spirit guides, and your divine feminine power. Understand that we all have feminine and masculine energy. All of us. You need to tap into both, and they need to have a balance. But this is helping you to stand in your power, whether you male or female. All right, this tells you. Now, hold on, let me go back. So, the part in The Wizard of Oz where the good witch Glinda tells Dorothy that she had the power all along. And this is your higher self wanting you to realize that you have the power within you. Not outside of you, but within. All right, so let's keep it going. Okay, so we're at the ruby slippers. They are symbolic in this movie because when the good witch, your higher self, gave Dorothy the red slippers from the shadow self, the bad witch, excuse me, she didn't know that she had the power to, it was supposed to give her the power to go home. But it wasn't even the shoes, okay? It wasn't the shoes. Now, the ruby slippers was just spiritual protection as Dorothy went down this path. Now, as for you, this is representation and symbolic that you are going to be protected as you go down this spiritual path, this spiritual journey, the soul's journey, the self-love journey, the fool's journey. This is your destined path and you will be protected along the way. You have divine favor. You are spiritually anointed. But understand the power is already given to you because it's within you. You're not going to be walking through this journey alone without no help, no nothing. You are going to be protected along the way. So that's when you get those symbolisms, them, I can't even talk, synchronicities. I was about to say synchronistic. Is that how you say it? This is when you get the synchronicities. Those are how your guides, God, the universe, whoever you subscribe to, this is how they communicate. Now, I can get deeper when it comes to the clairs, but we're just gonna keep it, real easy peasy. Now, when at the very end Dorothy clicks those red heels and says there's no place like home, it wasn't the slippers, okay? Dorothy, you will realize home was within you all alone. So, now as we end and wind this message up, you don't need to search outside yourself. Everything you long for was already in your soul. The journey brings you back to yourself, your authentic self. It wasn't no one outside of you healing you. Okay? It was you. You healed yourself and you aligned yourself. But you will have people to help and guide you along the way. Whether it's in the spirit realm or in the physical. Either way, you will have guides and you will get messages and you will be protected along the way. Because as you've seen in the movie, Dorothy was going through some things. Okay? She was having flying monkeys and, you're going to have the flying monkeys in for real life. People hating on you and not in a sense of aesthetic or what you have. People be hating on all kind of goofy ass shit. But I will say, you will have people look at you crazy. Like when I started my journey about 4 years ago and I was talking the spiritual things, when you find something that makes you feel good, you want to tell the world, okay? You need to heal, you need to do that. People do that stuff on their own time. You can't make nobody heal. You can't make nobody go down this journey. People will do it in their own time. And some, unfortunately, will never do it. And that ain't got nothing to do with you. But when it comes to the flying monkeys, you're going to have naysayers. People look at you crazy. People call you crazy. You're going to have those type of individuals. Sometimes you ain't even going to know these people talking shit. You may have a dream. You may get a tarot reading. You may get just this inner knowing that people ain't shit. But either way, you see that Dorothy, she was going through it. My girl was going through it in the movie, wasn't she? And this is symbolic when it comes to your own personal journey. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have hecklers. You're going to have people that say this and that, look at you any kind of way. And hey, that's just the way of the world. There ain't nothing you can do about people doing that. You know, F them. That's what I say. But much is given, much is required. So you still got to stay in this, I was thinking angelic, but not angelic. You got to still, I feel like sometimes if you one of them people that just always been like kind of meek and not, play the background all the time, sometimes you have to pop off and let a person know, don't play with me. But don't let nobody take you off your throne. Don't let nobody take you out, out your character, because don't give nobody that much power. But you're going to get people say stuff whether you know it or not. That's just people's ignorance. Some people, have problems when it comes to you doing something outside the norm when it comes to societal norms. And hey, that's a personal problem. And if it's making you a better version of yourself, then keep doing whatever the hell it is you're doing. That's what I say. Now, but that is really it for me. All right. This is a prophetic call to your destiny. This journey you must walk alone, but you will have guidance and be protected. But this is the journey to you becoming the person who you're supposed to be. And wherever you're going, wherever you end up, you belong there. So don't let nobody make you feel that you don't belong. Because you do. Now, with that being said, I'm going to end it there. I hope I didn't ramble too much because I do that. But either way, that is all, good people. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, bye.